What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Unemployed Cyclist. As you can see from the disaster that I'm sitting in right now, I am in the depths of a massive home remodel. We are, 8 weeks in right now, and we are almost done. But this is my new office / workout / storage area. So that's why things have been kind of chaotic on the channel. I do want to do more product reviews, and that's what I'm here to do today. So today we're going to be reviewing the Troy Lee Design Air Gloves. So I have two different pairs of these, bright yellow, and I have a set of gray gloves. And I started riding with these about a year ago, and the reason for my switch away from my standard half-finger gloves that I've been wearing since 2004 is mountain biking. You crash and you tend to really shred your fingers. And with work, with fiddly things that I like to do, little hobbies, I didn't want to have that happen to my fingers and have downtime where my fingers are all torn up. And so I started with these gloves here. And the reason why I went with the Troy Lee Design Air Gloves is they're super lightweight. That was the first thing that really grabbed me when I was searching around for gloves. The other thing that I needed out of gloves that I know is controversial and a lot of people don't like is I don't like having any padding on my gloves. I just like a bare leather palm. I found that personally with gloves, if I have a gel padded set of gloves, my fingers tend to go numb pretty quick. It creates pressure points, hot spots, and it's just uncomfortable. So I prefer that bare leather palm. Now, why did I quickly go from the bright yellow gloves, which I really like from a visibility standpoint? If I have to transition on road, I like having these gloves as an option to the gray gloves. The reason is size, and that's going to be the first complaint I have about the Troy Lee Design Air Gloves. Now, for scale, I'm 6'4", weigh about 245 pounds. I have reasonable size hands, nothing gigantic, but I bought a pair of XL gloves and very quickly I blew out the side of the glove. One thing to know about the Air Gloves is that they run very small on sizing. So, blew out the side, got annoyed with that, and I went out and replaced them with a set of gray gloves. And the gray gloves are double XL. So if you are a larger person, definitely understand that you are going to have to size up when it comes to gloves. I've been riding these gloves since probably October of 2020, and they've been great. The only other complaint that I really have of going to a full finger glove, and it's not necessarily indicative of the Troy Lee Air design, but sounds kind of strange, but having the extra fabric over my fingers affected my ability to cool myself. I have noticed that I do get warmer. Having that adds the one difference from a half finger glove to a full finger glove is that my hands run warmer, they get sweatier, and that is uncomfortable at times. So that is, I don't think I can get away with that without finding a glove that's like a full mesh back. But so far, these Troy Lee Design gloves have been absolutely fantastic. Some features, they are Velcro, as you saw when I was putting on and taking off the yellow glove. They do have a kind of an elastic band for your wrist. Super comfortable. I've ridden 3.5 hours in these gloves and had no problems. You have a little extra leather here for kind of a nose wipe, and also if you slide, so you don't tear up the inside of your hand. The other thing that I really like about these gloves is these little, I don't know if you can see them on here. Let's get it closer to the camera. See that little rough area that's on kind of each knuckle as you go down the back of the hand? That's really great as a wear item. If you crash hard and you slide and you're sliding on the back of your hand, or you're dragging a hand along the ground, having that extra, it's I can't really call it a rubber, it's Yeah, I guess it is a rubber. It's kind of like plastic, kind of like rubber, but it's just this hard wearing surface that sits on the back of the index finger and the middle finger. So you get it on these two fingers here. And so that is really nice if you crash and you're sliding. The other thing that makes a really good thing to have is if you have an itch. Yeah, if you have a bare leather fingertip on your gloves and you have an itch, it can be hard to scratch that. Yeah, something on the side of your face, on your nose, what have you. But having that with the texture that they give you is brilliant. I really love the ability to just go like that, scratch an itch on my face, wipe away some, if I have a fly that's bothering me or whatever, and that really relieves a lot. Outside of that, pretty simple. The palm, when new, it says air. You do have some grippy surfaces. I've actually worn them off the index finger and the middle finger on this glove, or I guess that's the ring finger and the pinky finger. So you do get some grippies on the gloves. The bright yellow has a little bit different pattern. We'll hold it up and show you that. So you do get a couple different options as far as patterns. Personally, I haven't noticed any difference between the two. Like I said earlier, the Air is a unpadded glove, which is what I personally prefer. I can't stand a padded glove. They are just super uncomfortable for me. And that last little line, for me, is very important. When you are touching the bike, when it is a point of interface, it is a very personal choice of how you glove up, what kind of shoes you wear, what kind of bibs you wear, if you're a baggies kind of person. Those kinds of decisions is something that you as a rider have to make on your own. But for me, the bare palm is or the unpadded bare leather palm is definitely the way to go for me. Things that they could do different. I kind of wish that they did have a little more ventilation on the back just to help with the heat. Today it's 106 here in Los Angeles. I'm not going out riding. It's a Wednesday right after I crashed and kind of hurt my hip. I landed directly on my left hip, and so, but we are in August in Los Angeles. August and September are brutal for heat, and so having an all mesh back would be great. Outside of that, these things have been awesome. I will definitely keep going with Troy Lee Design full finger gloves. I just bought a new pair. I made a mistake. I bought XL instead of XX because I didn't check the size of these. So they're a little different design. They have some kind of neoprene around the wrist. So I'll see how those go. I'll report back in 3-4 months after I get a bunch of time riding with those as a difference between the Air and those gloves. The reason I replaced the gloves is part of that crash on Saturday put a hole in the palm. And so that does reduce the amount of protection that you have. And so these gloves are being retired. I will get more of the Troy Lee Design Air in a XXL size just to have some backups. But yeah, I have been super impressed. I really like the Troy Lee Design Air gloves. Like I said, the only real gripe I have is the amount of heat they retain, but compared to most of the other gloves that I've checked out that are full finger, these have probably the lightest weight material and shed heat the best. So comment down below with what full finger gloves you use while you're mountain biking. If you are a glove wearer, or if you're one of those freaks that doesn't wear gloves and risks their hands, sound off in the comments down below. Until next time, have fun, be safe, and get out there and ride.